Welcome to the Solar Line Business Babes podcast. My name is Susan Francis and I'm a mindset manifestation expert, business coach and mentor helping women quantum leap their business success and make the seemingly impossible a reality. And if you're here, you've been called here for a reason. You know within your soul that you are capable of so much more, and I'm here to help you unlock your full potential and manifest your dream life and business. It is my mission to empower female entrepreneurs to connect back to their soul, to their true calling, and to create a business from a place of alignment and purpose. So if you're struggling with hard work and force in your business, then get ready to let go of everything you think you know. It's time to forget all the stress, all the strategies, all the hustle, and instead unlock the secret to manifesting your next level of abundance. Join me as I deep dive into creating a business that flows, teach you how to trust your intuition, create a mindset of abundance, experience more joy, and to learn how to become magnetic to the money and success you desire. I have a down-to-earth, strictly no BS approach and make the woo-woo seem logical and actionable. I know that the knowledge, tools, and insights I share will change your life and the way you approach your business forever. And I'm excited to help you expand. Let's get started. Welcome back. So today we're going to talk about comparison, right? Comparison. You've probably heard the saying, comparison is the thief of all joy. And it's true, right? When you compare yourself to someone else, it's never in a good way, right? It never makes you feel better about yourself. It's always coming from a place of lack. And so I wanted to talk about comparison and what you can do to compare less, to release yourself from comparison. And these are a few things. So I'm going to talk about a few things that you can do, right? A few practical things, and also the reason why you're comparing and what you're making it mean about you. Because as we've discussed in all of the podcasts, it all comes down to your stories, right? So when you're comparing yourself to someone else, and look, this is the thing with social media the way it is these days, it's hard not to compare. If you're scrolling through social media daily, then you're seeing everyone else's highlight reel, right? That's what it is. It's a highlight reel. Generally, people don't post the boring, mundane shit things that happen to them. I mean, obviously some people share very authentically, but it's still, the edited version. It's not like you're just stepping into their life and seeing all the messy shit that goes on every day, right? So you're comparing yourself to someone's highlight reel. And so we're bombarded every day, and social media is obviously very addictive. So it's very easy to get caught in this scroll and comparing yourself to someone else. But here's the thing about comparison. When you're looking at someone else and it's making you feel bad about yourself, like we've discussed before, your feelings are your guidance system, right? Your emotions are your guidance system. So when you're looking at someone else and you're feeling bad, simply ask yourself, what is the story that I'm telling myself right now? What am I making this mean, right? Because it's not that you see someone that's slimmer than you or more successful than you or wealthier than you or whatever it is, getting more clients than you. It's not just because they are achieving those things. It's the story that you're telling yourself about what that means about you. And so what I mean is if you're following someone on social media who seems to have all their shit together and be signing lots of clients and making lots of money, and you feel like you're not measuring up, what are those stories, right? They're probably something like, I'm not good enough. Why is it so easy for her and it's so hard for me? I feel like I'm doing all the right things and I'm just not achieving their success, right? I just don't feel like I'm good enough. I feel like other people are more qualified or better at it than me or more experienced than me, right? I'd love to know. I'm sure that for those of you listening, you've probably had some of those thoughts. They were some of mine too, right? And so this is the thing. It's the stories that you're telling yourself. So someone could write a post on social media and it could be, they could have intended for it to be inspiring, but it could still deflate you, right? It could still deflate you because you could read it and go, oh my God, they're talking about how easy it is to get clients, or how, you need to focus on your copy or whatever it is. Like, it may be tended to inspire, but you might read that and go, oh, I feel like I'm not measuring up. And so it's the story that you're making up about yourself that is making you feel so shitty when you're comparing yourself to others. And the core of this, the real core of this, is being disconnected from your own worthiness, right? We've talked about worthiness before. It's being disconnected from your own worthiness. Because if you were truly connected to your own worth, your own self-worth, you wouldn't need to measure yourself against others, right? If you're really deeply connected to the truth of who you are, then you don't need to measure yourself against others, because you know that you being you is enough. You know and understand that you're on your own journey. Everyone's on their own journey. And just because someone's at a different place than you, it doesn't mean anything about your enoughness, right? Does that make sense? That it doesn't mean anything about you being enough, right? They might have this thriving business, but maybe their love life is shit and your love life is amazing, and your business might not be thriving. But I just want you to get that you never know the full picture about what's going on in someone's life, right? And you're comparing yourself to one aspect of their life. You don't know their journey, and we are all on different journeys. And here's the thing. I mean, the thing with comparison is that there will always be someone further ahead than you, right? There will always be someone further ahead than you. Think about in school, like, when you're in year 5, there's someone in year 6, there's someone in year 7, there's always going to be someone ahead of you. But just on the flip side, there's always someone behind you, right? There's always someone, like if you're in year 5, there's someone in year 4, someone in year 3. Like there's always people on both sides of the scale. When you're comparing yourself, you're purely comparing yourself to someone that seems to be further ahead than you. And you're telling yourself a story about what that means about your ability to reach your desires. And I don't care what that story it is that you've got, it's bullshit. I can tell you it's bullshit. Whatever that story is, it's bullshit. And so here's the thing, is that when you connect to your worthiness and what you've truly got to offer, right? What you've got to offer people, and you just let go of needing to be where someone else is or needing to go at the same speed as someone else, when you release what that means about you, then you open yourself up for actually achieving your goals. But it's your constant focus on, I'm not good enough because that person's further along than me, that person's smarter than me, that person's skinnier than me, that is keeping you trapped, right? Keeping you feeling like shit, keeping you stuck in this place of comparison. So it's always, always, always about connecting to yourself, connecting to your truth, connecting to your own self-worth. And, a really important part of this is really connecting to what you feel called to do. It's different to someone else. What are the standards that you're judging or measuring yourself on? It always comes down to those stories that you're telling yourself. And I promise, if you really take the time to look at this and be asking yourself, what are those stories I'm telling myself? Are they really the truth? Are they really the truth? And you choose to let them go, because I promise you they're not the truth, and just spend the time instead connecting to your worthiness, your reality will shift, right? Your reality will shift. But like I said, it's about, you've got to disconnect from that need to judge yourself in comparison to others, right? Judging yourself in comparison to others. Like I said, you're on your own journey. And the more you really truly embrace your own journey, right? The thing with comparison too, so the more you embrace your own journey, your own unique journey, and what you're feeling called to do, when you're tuning into that, you'll feel more lit up. You'll feel more connected. You'll feel more inspired. Because what's happening is, when you're watching someone else and you're going, ugh, she's more successful than me, and she's got this amazing YouTube channel. Oh, if I want to be successful, I've got to have a YouTube channel too. So what you're doing as well is, the more you're looking at others, the more and more you're disconnecting from yourself, disconnecting from your truth, right? Because I've talked about this before. We are all unique. We all have this unique kind of success blueprint. And when you just align with your desires and you trust what you're called to do, you'll realize your path to success looks different to someone else. Maybe it'll take a different amount of time. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter, right? But when you are following your pulls, you will be more inspired. You'll feel more connected, and you'll truly feel lit up. It won't feel like work. It'll feel good, and you'll be able to enjoy your journey. And when you're actually enjoying your journey, things are going to unfold in a beautiful way, right? Because you're following your soul, you're following your calling. It's fun, you're lit up. So always come back and connect to your worthiness, right? But some practical things to do. Turn off your social media notifications. Turn them all off. Don't have that stuff popping up on your phone all day because it's distracting you from whatever you're doing. Turn them all off. And, take the time every morning to focus your energy, right? To focus on what you're creating and focus your energy and feel good, right? Don't roll over in bed in the morning and open your phone and look at social media. Don't do that, because what you're doing is you're programming yourself for the day. You're setting yourself up. Be very mindful of how you spend your time on social media. Like I said, the less time you spend on social media, the better. It's really, if you haven't watched the Netflix film Social Dilemma, go and watch it. It's pretty scary what it's doing to people, right? Because it's sucking people into this pool of comparison and it's really destroying people. And so, but you have that choice of what you focus on every day. You have that choice. You don't have to scroll through social media and read lots of posts that are making you feel bad about yourself. So my other piece of advice, I spend some time on social media too, so I'm not saying you've got to avoid it completely, but just be mindful of how and when you do it. Like, wake up in the morning, align your energy, choose what you focus on, whether you do journaling or meditating or go for a run or exercise or whatever. Choose how you align your energy and feel good and know what your intentions are for the day and follow that. Don't be opening social media and letting that disrupt how you're feeling, right? Save it even for the end of the day, later in the day. The other thing though is to unfollow people that make you feel bad. Now, I know when I was even in my network marketing business, there are a couple of people that were having amazing success in the business, and look, they were technically writing inspiring posts. But for some reason, there was a couple of people in particular, when I would read their posts, I would end up feeling very deflated, right? I would end up feeling very deflated because I would be comparing myself to them, right? I'd be comparing myself to them. All these things I'm telling you not to do. I've been in that place of doing it too, right? I get it. But so what I did was I unfollowed those people and I truly just followed the people that actually inspired me, that actually helped to light me up, to, things that activate you and energize you and inspire you, things that truly do inspire you, not things that sort of seem inspiring, but actually when you're reading them or when you're watching it, you're actually feeling worse about yourself because you're comparing yourself. That's not serving you. So just recognize throughout your day, recognize what, if you start to feel bad, recognize what you've just been doing that has made you feel bad, right? When you're comparing, look at what are you doing when you're in that place of comparison. What have you just done? Have you just been reading someone else's social media posts? Maybe that's your sign to unfollow them. Or maybe that's your sign that you shouldn't be on social media at that point, or just really tune in to what it is that you're doing. Comparison is that choice, right? You're choosing to focus your energy on what someone else is doing. Stay in your own lane. The more you reconnect with yourself, because that's all you've got, right? Trying to follow someone else will not fulfill you. So, yes, there are things to learn from others, for sure. There are things to learn from others, but staying in this constant cycle of she's got what I want, I need to do what she's doing, is keeping you stuck, right? And it's about taking inspiration. The way around this is taking inspiration from those that truly inspire you, but connecting to your self-worth, connecting to the truth of who you are, knowing what lights you up, aligning your energy and trusting the intuition, the inspiration that comes from there, being led, right? Being led to what feels good to you. That is always your path, because it's going to look different to someone else's. When you spend your time, often when you're spending all your time comparing, you're often spending your time trying to be like someone else. And I promise you, it's exhausting. It's not going to work. There is only one of you. You are freaking unique. So embrace that, right? Embrace all of your quirks, all of your strange things. Embrace you, because there are going to be other people that resonate with who you are, right? And I don't know if I've shared this on my podcast, but I was talking to a client about who she really truly wanted to work with. And, she was just starting out in a coaching business, and we were talking about who she truly wanted to work with. And just like, someone that's educated and ambitious and, and a female, a little bit like me. And two of the other things she put down were drink a little bit and swear a little bit. And the reason, it might seem like very strange things to put in your ideal client avatar or whatever you want to call it. But the reason that it was so important was because she wanted to work with people that got her, right? She wanted to work with people that got her. And she swore a little bit and she enjoyed a drink every now and then. And so she wanted to work with others that got that, right? She didn't want to have to show up as being someone squeaky clean that can't ever use the F word or whatever that is, because that was who she was. That was a part of who she was. And so by embracing that fullness of who she was, she was able to really tune in to who she wanted to work with and be magnetic to that, right? So I want you to really get that all of your quirks, I spoke to someone else the other day, a new client that, was worried she was being a little bit weird on Instagram. And I'm like, embrace your fucking weirdness. Embrace it. Because those that get it, there's going to be a lot of people that don't get you, but that's okay, because your people are going to truly get you. They're going to get your weirdness. They're going to get your quirkiness. They're not going to mind if you swear. I know I swear. Sorry. Actually, not sorry. This is the thing, is that, I swear a little bit when I get passionate, and I think that's okay, right? I think that's okay. And so you know what? My people are going to think that's okay. And anyone who doesn't think that's okay, that's their problem. And perhaps they're not my people, right? Because that's part of who I am. I like to just be able to express myself freely. And, I feel like for so much of my life, I tried to be someone else. I tried to be who people wanted me to be. And all I have to say to that is fuck that shit, right? And that's what you should say to that too. Fuck that shit. Stop trying to be like someone else and embrace all of your weird quirkiness, swearing, whatever it is. Embrace it, because people who love you for who you are. People that get you are going to get all of you. So stop trying to be like someone else. Stop telling yourself this story that someone else is better than you. It's bullshit. And just connect instead to what makes you freaking amazing, right? Connect to what you're passionate about, what value you want to add to the world, the impact you want to have, all of your worthiness. Connect to all of that and stop looking to others. Stop looking to others for your guidance, for your inspiration. Go within and stop looking outside of you to judge yourself. So I hope that made sense. This was one that I absolutely have no notes for. It was just inspired by a training actually I just did in my group, my Facebook group, where someone asked about, how do you stop comparison? How do you stop comparison? And so I just felt compelled to share that on a podcast too. So I hope this is really helpful, and I hope you are loving these podcasts, and I would certainly love to know what you think. So definitely drop any comments in the comments box, and love to hear your feedback too. Again, if you're not in my Facebook group, come over, click in the show notes and come over and join. I do lots of live trainings over there, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Bye for now. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode. I hope you loved what you heard here and are excited for your expansion. If it resonated with you, then please screenshot this podcast and share it with your friends, and hashtag Soul Aligned Business Babes. And please rate and review so I can spread the word and keep bringing you more goodness. If you're not already following me on social media, come and join the party for extra inspiration and teachings. I do live trainings in my Facebook group, which you can join at facebook.com/groups/soulaligned.bb. You can follow me on Instagram at I am Susan Francis, or come to my website at susanfrancis.com.au and download your free manifestation meditation and check out what programs I'm currently offering. I'm so excited you joined me here today and can't wait to share the next episode with you. Until then, remember you are powerful beyond measure and your success is inevitable.